switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by.
Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Like 20. Watch the curl. Hold on. Check.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back to throw. Goff. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his tight end Fant, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
We go tonight. 180. Right here. Shit. Watch the shit.
Now Goff on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to get him for a loss of about 3. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Third and long. It's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a... fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Switch. He's cracked.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
It's just me and you.
A toss play, Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You got tight right there. Shit.
Mariota now to throw on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
You better bring it. Undercrush, undercrush. Three. Check 99. Check 99. Check 3. Check 3. Three.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They go play action. Mariota. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 4.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 50. Hey, alert 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing is Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here we go again. Watch the eyes. Check 24. Check 1. Check 9. Mike 28. I got it. Mike 28.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for
it. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready? Move, ready.
59. Pick me up. Here we go. Switch it. Switch.
One.
Watch twist.
One.
It's a safety creep.
Mariota to throw it this time. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Peek it.
Hey, chill.
Safety's creeping. Shit.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. He's checking.
Value three.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tighten down. There you go.
Out of the gun. Gone. Man open. That's Ray McLeod. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Give them 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, watch the screen.
Here's Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Gone. Caught by Jones. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Check safety. Sponge.
Play action now. Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26. Three. Lucky. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Mariota. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He's coming. We got double up. One. Tighten up. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. The intended receiver there, Allen.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Guys, it's game situation.
The final shot before break here. Goff looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch the twins. 36. Hatchet. Check hot route. Hot. Slip.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 34 yards there on a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Shit. 49, check 49.
First down, Mariota. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch twins.
They will run with Grant. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 5'9".
Three.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, bowls right over him. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Rush in. Show it up. Whip.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. One. Watch out. Tight dog.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 2, 3. Kill.
On play action, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Don. Is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Gordon on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Get ready. You go tight. One. You go tight right there. Shift. Check. One.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Undercrush.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, It cost him. We could have a great finish.
They're going to give it to Gordon, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From just shy of midfield, Goff is going to let this one go deep. Touchdown, LA! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Samson Ebukam in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Good job, fellas.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 50, check 50. Hey. One. Kill. Hey, turn.
Here's Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Three. One.
Play fake. Mariota going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing What can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check three. Under 10, 10. One.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
6 guys. Check 3. Check. Fresno.
Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. Allen, the intended receiver. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
11. QB's traps. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the pass.
To throw is gone. And that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Gordon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Pull it together. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS. Three. Out. Check that.
Mariota on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Alert three. Check. One. Check. Three.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Three. Check 13.
They go play action. Mariota. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Check. One. Sponge. No.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.